I'm Freddy Lopez Jr. My friends call me Freddy. I'm a local artist for, I do cards for Marvel, Walking Dead, Image, Marcosia. I do illustration work for cards, comics, and games. I've been drawing since I was a kid, and basically my friends and I would self-publish comic books and just kind of Xerox them and stuff. And as we got older, we all got different positions with different companies and pulled each other in. So because of those collaborations, I've been able to work for some of my dream companies and work with some of my dream artists and writers in the business. So it's been a lot of fun. Actually, one of my heroes was Joe Staten. Now he's an artist for Scooby-Doo, and he's one of the guys I grew up watching his artwork and stuff. And one of my friends, Chris Mills, had a comic with Joe Staten where he illustrated it and Chris wrote it, and they brought me along to do the cover work, and it was published by Ape Entertainment. It's called Femme Noir, and it was just getting to work with the guy was just crazy. It was amazing. It's been a long road. I'm finally at the point where I can do it full time, and it's what I've always wanted to do as a kid. I just you're always afraid to make that jump into a full-time illustration gig, but I mean it's a different life, but it's fun, man. I wouldn't trade it for the world. Practice and just draw every chance you get. I mean, I've got a sketchbook in the car and every room of the house, and just always be drawing. Network. I mean, come out to shows like this and bring your portfolio, bring your drawings, show them to artists, get critiques, get feedback, and don't give up. I mean, every critique you get, build on it. Learn from it, and practice, study anatomy, and just become the best artist you can be, and it'll show up in your artwork. I mean, I grew up with the geek culture. It's always been comic books and sci-fi and fantasy and stuff, and as you get older, you start bringing in elements from your childhood and elements from your culture and your roots and everything else. So little by little, it started creeping in, and I blended Cantinflas with Iron Man because he was iconic when I was growing up, and Iron Man's now iconic to everybody else. So being able to put the two together kind of brings him into our world, and you'll see little elements here and there. Even if it's as subtle as skin tones on people. You start bringing yourself into it, and it becomes your unique package. And now I'm known for my mashups and everything else, but you bring your roots into it. You can't help it. It comes in automatically. I think it's just a natural part of it. Honestly, when I was growing up, I was like, man, I can't wait to leave San Antonio. I don't fit into this culture or whatever. But as you grow older and you mature, you start realizing that it's part of who you are. And now I can't imagine living anywhere else, man. I mean, I grew up here. I've embraced it. The city's embraced me. I love doing this stuff, and being able to give a little back to the community, even if it's simple as encouraging a local Hispanic artist to keep drawing, no matter what they want to draw, just to do it, or to be able to participate in San Antonio Comic Con or Alamo City Comic Con and local shows like we did Gloria, which was it's a big cultural event, stuff like that. I mean, you get to a point where you're like, what, this is who I am, and it's awesome. It's amazing. Like I said, I mean, it's just looking back on it. I've seen the evolution, and this is who I am. The mashups and the Hispanic elements heaping into it. I mean, it happens. You can't help it. You are who you are. It'll start showing in your artwork.